I just found out why I've been waiting, because my friend Stephen promised me that he would let me use this Autohelm, and I suggested that I would borrow it. He was going to just sell it or give it away, but I said to him, why don't you just let me use it, and if he needs it he can have it back, because I don't actually know whether I need one of these things, but it'd be nice to have the opportunity to try one out. And we don't know if it works or not, because, well, it just came with the boat. He got 2 Autohelms free with his boat. It's a pretty good deal, really. And he got an Autohelm 1000 and an Autohelm 800. So this is the 800. So I mean, there may be a reason why he's got 2 of them. One of them may not work, for example, or may not have been good enough, or may not have been strong enough for the boat, or you don't know why, because I think the 800 is for 8 meters and the 1000 is for 10 meters, and his is a bigger boat than mine. But in any case, it's probably likely that they just one is a spare, yeah, and because his boat has been set up for long distance cruising. So I got this thing. I don't know much about them, but I was able to find a manual on the internet, and one of my concerns was I wanted to see before I went and invested anything in it, because it needs special fittings to connect to both the tiller and to the boat, and so these fittings are very expensive. So I thought, well, how do I test it? I don't want to wire it up backwards. There's only a positive and negative, and I couldn't see from the plug what it was, but I looked in the manual and I kind of figured out what was most likely to be the positive and negative cables. And so I wired up this sort of arrangement here with a fuse. I don't know if you can see this, it might be a bit low, with a fuse, and I've just hooked it up, and I'll show you if you like, if I can just. It should have beeped. It hasn't beeped. It hasn't beeped. Oh, that beeped. Okay, and it's flashing 1 a second now. So it's working. Well, we don't know if it's really working until it actually steers the boat. Electricity is going in, the correct beeps and lights are working, and it moves forwards and backwards. And so one assumes that it could well be working. And so it's important that I didn't do what I am about to do next before this thing came. I wasn't waiting for it. I didn't know if I would get it or not. But anyway, Stephen came today, and I've just started to do this work on the autopilot, tiller pilot they call them, Autohelm, tiller pilot. And I need to do this before I do my rope steering, before I do anything on that connected to the tiller, because it may well be that if I did that first, I might put the ropes in the wrong place so that it interferes with the tiller pilot. You see why it's best not to rush things. And so I know now that there is an issue, because the ropes are going to be in exactly the same place that the tiller pilot's got to go, and the tiller pilot has to be able to be in the right place relative to the ropes, and the ropes are not going to foul it as they go up to steer the tiller with the ropes. So it seems like I need to get one of these gadgets. I'm going to have to order one probably. I don't see any other choice. It's just a pin, and it's about, the cheapest one I can find is about £15 or something. And this is just a socket. This is equally expensive. So it may be worth doing the job properly and get both of them. And I just hope that when I get them, I haven't actually wasted my money. apparently they're the same fittings for all the autopilots, or most of the autopilots like this, so hopefully they, if I need a tiller pilot, should be okay. Now, one thing I've heard about tiller pilots is that they do use a lot of electricity. Yet I checked the manual and it says that it uses between half an amp and 1.5 amps. 1.5 amps is not that much when considering my solar panel array. So even at that, I'll still be charging my batteries as well as powering my tiller pilot on a sunny day. So I think my 100 watt solar panel maxes out at about 5 amps. So with two of them, that's 10 amps. If you're only getting half that, that's 5 amps. And it's pulling less than 2 amps. And so it looks like it's a practicality. And so I'm hoping it's going to, because it could be a useful feature to have. I haven't mastered the technique of sailing the boat downwind without some kind of aid like this, and I think this will, you don't want to go straight downwind, but if you can go, I think it recommends 30 degrees off downwind without too much sail up, then this should do the job. We'll see, and hopefully you only need to use it when you really need to use it, and then we've got sufficient batteries. We can use the same batteries as we're using for the electric motor to drive this. These are close to the place of the tiller pilot, so we don't need super thick cables. And the two systems double as either motor or tiller pilot, depending on what you need to do, whether you need to sail or whether you need to motor. Okay, I hope that explains the reason why we're waiting and not installing the rest of the stuff that we have here waiting to go. Thank you for watching.